Yes! Well, thank you all for making this a packed-out room to some of your own detriment. I appreciate that. This is the Gateway Show. It's the first ever Gateway Show we've done in L.A. We've been doing this show for 3 years up and down the West Coast. It's a simple show. I bring 4 or 5 or 6, depending on how much I overbook the show, of my favorite stand-up comedians. They tell you their very best jokes, then we take an intermission where we have them do dabs and edibles and joints and vape pens. And all of the above, then I force them to come back up here and tell you more jokes. And you're like, Billy Anderson, now you can't force these comedians to come back up here. You're goddamn right. Thank you. I'm going to tell you a story about a young lady named Brenda up in Bellingham, Washington. Thought she could handle 100 milligrams of edibles. Could not handle 100 milligrams of edibles. Pretty sure she still melted in that couch in the green room of the venue we were in. I come up to her, I say, it's about time for your first set, Brenda. She looks at me, she goes, oh, I can't even imagine doing that. And I can imagine a lot right now. I said, don't worry, dear, this happens to the best of us. And then I brought her ass a wireless microphone, all right? I said, we had a fucking deal, Brenda. So it's gonna be great, guys. The goal is not to get them upset or hurt. It's just, I just want this to get fucking weird, LA. I just want it to get weird.
When I was a kid, my dad left, which was awkward for me. Because at the time when he left, I was in 4th grade, and he was the assistant baseball coach for my 4th grade baseball team. So it was awkward because I'd get to baseball practice and all the other kids would be like, hey man, where's your dad? He's supposed to be 3rd base coach. And I'd have to be like, yeah, he's also supposed to be my dad. Where is that guy? You know what, when I see him, I'll tell him about this whole 3rd base coach thing. Because God forbid you get to 3rd base and you don't know where to go. You go home. If anything, my dad needs a 3rd base coach. A lot of dad hate out there tonight. I like that.
I'm into crime shows, if you can't tell. I really enjoy them. Yeah, those shows are great. I like the real stuff, like Forensic Files and Cold Case. Oh yeah, some fans. Like you last see that feathered-haired bitch mangled up in a baseball field. It's entertaining, you know. But that show will make you afraid of everybody. Like I'll just be out and that narrator's voice will like play in my head, like, he was just your average man in the grocery store. I'm out in public. I'm like, fuck, I'm in the grocery store. What's gonna happen? Like, he would just pick out fruit like anyone else. Now I don't know if the guy over there is like feeling a mango for the firmness or if he's a sexual sadist, you know? Is it about holding the fruit for this guy? Or is it about the control that he feels when he holds the fruit? That's why I don't online date, dude. Like, women my age are just swiping right on Tinder. What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna die, okay? The first rule you learn growing up is like, hey, don't talk to strangers. But then some asshole found a loophole. He's like, well, you didn't say we couldn't fuck them, right? Like, it's really unsafe.
So I go to this cheer camp, miserable. But eventually I make it to the boys' basketball camp because at the end of the summer, the big grand finale for us gals is we get to go up to the boys' camp to cheer them on during one of their games. Before the boys can even take the court for their game, we have to show them what we learned. So we start them off with probably our most masculine cheer, which just starts with, all right, boys, show us what you got. Show us what you got, boys. Show us what you got. Now, I don't know if you've ever had to cheer someone on as they bully you. But it's a lot like if someone shot you and then it was your job to reload their gun for them. Don't worry, it gets worse. Halftime rolls around. Now we have a cheer with some participation built in. We have the cheer that goes, "We got spirit, how about you?" And then the boys are supposed to go, "Yeah!" And then we go, "I can't hear you." And then they go, "Yeah!" Even louder. So I step out, I go, "We got spirit, how about you?" And the boys take this opportunity to yell, "Cheer queer." And then I have to chime back in with, "I can't hear you."
Related news, I am a thick woman. You guys can see me. I'm a thick woman. I'm what they call a okay? Yeah. Let's celebrate my body type. Where were you guys in middle school? I am what they call a BBW. Make some noise if you've heard that expression before. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool crowd. Earlier this week, I was like in a downtown LA bar, and people were like, "What? Is that an STD?" For those of you who don't know, BBW, don't feel bad, BBW is an acronym. It stands for Big, Beautiful Woman. It's something that we came up with because we were having a real branding problem, right? So we got in the lab, came up with BBW. I think it's an okay acronym. I personally prefer to identify as like a plus-size hottie, a PSH, a psh, if you will. Rolls off the tongue. And does it ever? Okay. Hey.
Hey, gang. Well, this time doing this show, I was thinking I'm gonna fake hit that vape pen thing. So I don't have to be high, and then I can drive to my next appointment. And so I thought I fake hit it, but it was a big fake hit. And I feel uncomfortable. All right, so promise I wouldn't do that to myself this time. All right.
Hi. I realize the edibles that get me, dude. I like accidentally poured the bag of sugar into my Diet Coke of edibles and just fucking too much. Oh man, fucking comedy, man, right? It sucks so bad. Like, I don't know. There's not, like, I dropped out of high school, but I feel like I could have been, like, a mortuary's assistant, you know? Like, nobody wants to fuck with those dead bodies. I'm like, I'll do it. I'll put on some headphones and listen to some cello music. The frogs didn't bother me in high school. I'm fucking... It's weird. I'm sorry. You saw what the set was before. Now these are like my real thoughts. Like, before there was like a filter, and now you're like, oh shit. Like, I look normal, but all of my toenails are ingrown, so I'm fucking crazy.
Fuck. I don't remember holding all this shit. All right. It's so weird. This blank. No, it's not. It's when you're high, you're already like, oh, everyone's definitely looking at me, right? But you're high. But then this, like, people are actually looking at you. You're taking a photo of me. That's insane. I don't like being up here. I feel like a pig. When they would like auction, like if you've been to, like a pig show, or like when they auction the pigs, and it's like, I don't like it. I'm gonna be down here. No, it's worse. Now I see your eyes. Now I see your judging eyes. What if we all turn this way? All right, that's a little bit better.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby, know what's happening. You and your ass invited. So gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan. Pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan. Drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lobster tail for dinner. Julio served that scampi. You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my
What if that was the show? And then it was over. What if that's what you signed up for? Is that this is a dance show, actually?
Just a piece. You deserve it, baby. You deserve it all. If you wanna give it to you, gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Zach. I like Bruno Mars. What's not to like? He's not Michael Jackson, but he's all we got.